No, my parents loved us. It's just like they were the cops, you know? And we were criminals. So we didn't get along. We only got along in that way that, like, cops will sometimes be chummy with criminals. Like, when my dad and I would talk, it was like that scene in the movie Heat when Robert De Niro and Al Pacino sit down in that diner. We kind of had that rapport of, like, we're not so different, you and I. You have your law practice, and me, I have all these fucking markers. I guess we both have responsibilities when you look at it that way. My dad would respect it if I could get away with breaking a rule. Like, we had a rule in our house, you were not allowed to watch TV on a school night. So every school night, I would 100% be watching TV. And I would hear my dad coming, I would immediately turn the TV off and grab any book, magazine, periodical, anything. And I'd open it and pretend to be doing homework. My dad would walk in the room and he would go, "What are you doing? Are you watching TV?" And I go, "Nah, man. I'm not watching TV." The TV wouldn't even be dark yet. It would still have like a neon green halo around it. And it'd be sizzling like a glass of Pepsi. And I would look my dad in the eyes and go, "No, I'm just reading this Yellow Pages." My dad loved us, he just didn't care about our general happiness or self-esteem. I remember one time, we were really little kids. I have 2 sisters and a brother, and all 4 of us were in a family car ride for 3 hours going to Wisconsin. My dad was driving, going down the highway in our white van with wood around the side. Because you remember when you wanted your car to be made of wood? You remember that era? Where we were like, how much wood can we get on this car without it catching on fire? But then the big announcement, we here at Plymouth Chrysler can put a saucy stripe of wood safely on the outside of your car for all those times you've looked at your minivan and thought, it needs a belt. So we're going on the highway. We've been on the road for like 3 hours. And in the distance, we see a McDonald's. We see the Golden Arches. And we got so excited. We started chanting, "McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's." And my dad pulled into the drive-thru, and we started cheering. And then he ordered 1 black coffee for himself.
Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
And kept driving. And you know, as mad as that made me as a little kid, in retrospect, that is the funniest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. How perfect is that? He had a van load of little kids, and he got black coffee. The one thing from McDonald's no child could enjoy. My dad is cold-blooded.
Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
He once shushed a kid during Lion King on Broadway. That actually happened. We were at Lion King on Broadway, and there was a 5-year-old behind us going, "Look, it's Pumbaa. Look, it's Timon." And my dad turned around and said, "Are you going to talk the entire time?"
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
He's my hero.